Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to introduce to you Idaho's new football coach. Let's welcome Paul Petrino.
Really our goal for me and my wife Maya was to get a head job when Amory and Mason, the twins, were freshmen. We wanted to get a head job by the time they were freshmen so they could go to the same high school for 4 years, you know, because as assistant coach, you don't get to pick when you move. So we had moved a lot. I think when we moved here, Ava was 6 and she'd moved 6 times. So we wanted to find a job where I was the head coach so they could go to one high school. We were 1 year off. You know, we were their sophomore year we came here, but you know, that one of the best things about it that they've got to go to high school for 3 years in one high school.
You know, it gives me great honor and privilege to stand here today as your new head football coach at the University of Idaho. It's something I've worked for since I was a little kid. I've dreamed about it. That's all I've ever wanted to do is be a head coach.
You know, my dad was a head coach. You know, my dad coached at Carroll College forever. You know, he's in the National Hall of Fame and I grew up up there. You know, kind of like my kids have grown. Like Ava right now is around the dome all the time. I was at the PE building every single day. My grade school was about, I don't know, 5 blocks away. So a lot of times I'd go with my dad to school, go with him to work first, and then walk to school, and then after school I'd walk over there and hang out. I really wanted to be a player forever, like everybody does. You know, I wanted to play forever, but I knew when the day came that I was done playing that I was going to be a coach.
I think the reason we chose to live in Pullman was for our children. Mason, we were living in Arkansas their freshman year, and he made varsity as a freshman and played, and it was really sad that he wouldn't have the opportunity to play in high school.
He grew up his whole life playing football and soccer, and in the state of Idaho, football and soccer are both in the fall. We're in the state of Washington, soccer's in the spring. So it allowed him to play both.
It was kind of sad, like knowing you were going to end soccer after your freshman year, and then I think it was after practice one day, my mom's like, you know, the border's 5 miles away from the university. In Pullman, they have soccer in the spring. I was like, I knew they'd take a lot of heat for it, so I was like, yeah, that'd be great, but you don't have to do it, you know. And thank God they did it, because I've had a blast in high school, and I really respect them for doing that, because I know they take a lot of heat over it.
We had moved a lot, and they had a lot of, Amory and Mason sacrificed a lot because of all the times we moved. So when we moved here, we were going to do what was best for them, and that's really, in everything we do, the #1 most important thing starts with our family.
Thursday nights, there is usually a ball game, a basketball game, a soccer game, and then we're home, and it's relaxing, and it's nice, and we're together. And that's, in this profession, you don't have many dinners, all 5 of us together. And so I think we all 5 of us look forward to that.
On Thursdays, we watch The Voice and we record it, and then we watch it and we cheer on Blake because he's our favorite, and we hope that Adam doesn't get any because we don't like Adam. My dad doesn't like Adam. And then we watch that, and my dad usually puts me to bed or helps me with my math homework or something.
Thursday nights, usually during the season, we go watch Amory's game, and then you'll come home and hang out with Ava, usually watch The Voice, or if there's a big football game on, we'll watch that until we get kicked off by Ava. She kind of runs the house. But usually that, so that's pretty fun, and then they'll make a DQ or a DQ run.
But it's a flag. Now it's going to be a 62-yarder.
The cool thing is just enjoying watching the game with them, usually the college game, and just sitting and watching with them, not getting too in depth, but he helps me a lot with my games, and it's pretty cool.
We usually get ice cream on Thursdays, which is fun, free Blizzard, so that's pretty cool. And then we all just kind of hang out, watch The Voice, have him doing my homework on the table. Mason attempts to do his homework too. And then we all just hang out and have a good family night. It's really nice.
You work late hours Sunday, late hours Monday, not quite as late, but still pretty late on Tuesday. Wednesdays more, you know, it's pretty good. You get home about 10 o'clock. But Thursday nights, most everybody I've worked with, you go home after practice. Tonight you get to be around your kids, you know, be around your family. It's always just been a special thing. You know, I think when Amory and Mason were little kids, when we were in Louisville, we used to go to we used to call it the apple juice store. You know, there was just this little store that we walked down to that was by a playground, and we'd go over there and sit on the steps, and they'd split a bottle of apple juice, you know. Now as they've gotten older, a lot of Thursday nights is going and watching them play. You try to find something special that you can do with the kids on Thursday night, because a lot of times they don't see you from Sunday morning till Thursday night, unless they come by practice.
Come on, Emery! Oh, it's all right, keep doing it.
Really, my hobby is to go play sports with my kids, or to work on sports with them, you know. So, you know, since Amory and Mason were this high and do it all the time with Ava now, you know, that's just kind of what I enjoy. A lot of times we'll get in the car and load the car up with every ball you know of and go to the dome and go out on the sports turf, and that to me is an awesome day. That's a fun day. So then when you get to go actually watch them compete in their sports, that's, you know, that's a little more stressful, to be honest with you. The fun thing is actually just going and practicing them on sports, but I love to watch them play in their games.
My dad and I are basically together all summer. We drive to Portland, we'll drive to Seattle, we'll fly to Denver. He's basically there with me all summer. We practice every night, we hit every night together. So it's basically our time to connect and talk, and we have a lot of time to do it.
Good job. Almost got a hat trick.
What?
I said you almost got a hat trick. Awesome.
We definitely have a super special bond there, and memories that'll last me forever, just from playing travel softball and being with him, and him always being there for me. And just, I guess I'm gonna have to get in college. I'm not gonna be able to always look out there and have him in center field right behind me. He's my biggest coach and biggest supporter, my mom too. But just, they're the best parents ever.
He would do anything for these three, and I think they all know it. You know, they're the most important thing to him. They're the most important thing to our family. He's a great husband. We have life pretty good. Taking this job, we knew would be challenging, but I'm super proud of the way he's handled the adversity, and I think we're turning a corner. I think we're finally, you know, gonna see some of that hard work paying off, and it's gonna be exciting.
Nothing phases me anymore. You know, from when he first got here to now, it's a complete 180. I mean, I didn't like practicing that, or I didn't like running that much, and he changed my mindset.
I'm just more positive about my outlook on life. He and the coaching staff challenged me 2 years ago. Like, I've been a 4-year starter, and going in my junior year, they said you're going to be third string going into camp, and that to me is, a lot of people didn't really understand the challenge. A lot of people expected me just to go in and start. He really has made me a better person because he's challenged me and he's helped me work through adversity, and really made me a tougher guy, to be honest.
He gave me a chance. That was the biggest thing. And no one gave me a chance at high school. When I finished my senior year, I was convinced I was done with football, and that was it. Got a call on my, first game senior year of basketball, and it was Coach Petrino who had just gotten the job here, and he offered me a scholarship. And he always is going to hold a special place to me, because he was the one person who said, I believe in you, and I'm going to give you a chance. And he's made me a better player and a better person since I've been here. I thank him for so many things. I'm going to continue to grow with him as we move forward.
You know, there's a ton of kids that you have experiences with that nobody knows about. You know, there's kids that walk into my office and their girlfriend just dumped them, and they're heartbroken and they don't know how to get over that. And that's, and you talk to them, and that's a terrible pain. And there's guys that, have been straight A's students their whole life, and they just got a 68 on their test, and they don't know how they're going to make it. They don't know how they're going to ever go to sleep at night and relax. Stuff like that happens all the time that people don't know about. And those are private victories as a coach that you probably feel even greater about than anything. When you help somebody get through those times in their life. You know, that's why you coach. And I think that's what you miss when the day comes that you're no longer coaching. I know that's what my dad missed. You miss the daily interaction with the players. You miss teaching them and coaching them and seeing them become better players, but also teaching them and coaching them become better men and people in life and seeing them succeed. Because you go in and recruit these kids, you know, and you go in and you see where they come from, some of them, and some of them are less fortunate than a lot of us. And to see them go on and be so successful, that's a great deal.